know what sound that is, folks? You betcha. That's another Noon Whistle. I'm Chris Trottier, and on assignment downtown.
Hey, Chris, how are you? John Ansel.
Good, John.
Here.
Where are you at today?
I am at PerkUp, and unfortunately, the PerkUp sign is a little clouded by the Olympic flag, which isn't a bad thing because we got Peyton wrestling tomorrow morning. But I am at PerkUp. Can you see the sign up there?
I sure can. Looks crystal clear.
All right. Hey, we're going to go in and try and talk to Laurie and Devin, and we'll see how the internet is there. Internet is in there, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good. If not, you sound perfectly clear. You can step out onto the street too.
All right. Sidewalk. Sounds good.
All right.
Here we go.
Sounds good.
Hey, where's Devin? Hey, Devin, how are you? See everybody, Chris?
Yeah, it's a little interrupted.
Is it a little interrupted? How about now? All sorts of people in here today.
Yeah, it looks like there's a nice crowd.
There's a great crowd in PerkUp today. All right, well, we're having a little trouble with the internet. Maybe we can get Laurie to step up with me and we can talk PerkUp stuff.
I think that's perfect.
Right now, get over here. Don't want to wave. Don't keep waving. All right, Devin, can you wave? Devin's
there. He is.
She's helping people, so we're gonna bother Laurie here, and we're gonna step outside with her.
Yep, walk out on the sidewalk. Boy, it looks like a full house down there. John, what's the address down there at PerkUp?
Full house, yeah. How's it going, Chris?
Good. How are you? You look wonderful.
Doing well.
Let me tell you, you're a much better sight to see on the Noon Whistle than John, so thanks for being on.
Well, I hope so. I got a lot of gray hair, so I wasn't sure, but
well, at least you got some.
So hey, let's talk. We're gonna talk all things PerkUp, right?
Let's go. Okay. Talk about address, right. Hours of operation, history.
All right, address, hours of operation. Okay. Where do we find you?
The address is 27 North Wisconsin. Hours are Monday 7 to 1, Tuesday through Saturday 7 to 2. And we are open other hours. If somebody would want to rent, they can contact Devin Peter, my daughter-in-law, or myself via the email. We do host a lot of different things here. We're open to anything. We have Collectivo coffee. We have some Taos energy bars. We have a Lotus plant-based drink, which seems to be very popular here. I'm also a coffee owner for 12 years, but I have a nutrition science degree. So I try to pick out some cool, healthy things. My bakery now comes from Chad's. Pastries by Chad. It is amazing. And it's kind of tailored to the Scandinavian world, my heritage, and he and I came up with a really good menu along with Devin.
Well, that's interesting, Chris, because you know what? Laurie and I are going to walk this way. So you got PerkUp here, and then her bakery comes from Pastries by Chad, which is right here.
Right next door.
Right next door. It doesn't get any fresher than that, does it?
No. Hey, Laurie, can you?
It's so cool because you get to taste test everything. So when he first got here, I gained like 4 or 5 pounds. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm done with this. I know you're good, and the customers just love it so much that I can hardly keep it on the shelf. So that's worked out really good in partnership with another business, which is so important to us small business people.
How long has PerkUp been in business?
12 years. 12 years? Yes. When I turned 50, I decided, you know what, I need a change, right? And I love adventure. I'm an adrenaline junkie, so it made sense to me, and I always knew I would do this. So, and adding value to the community because we have the dairy farm, which we've had. I was going to say, not
only are you a business owner in town, but your husband, your family, right, has a farm.
Right, for 40 years, and now we're second generation with Hayden, who graduated from Elkhorn, and Mackenzie as well with her husband and my husband, and the whole crew is participating. So we feel really blessed about how this has worked out, and we love our community. So it's not a job.
And Devin, who's running PerkUp, right, is your going to
Hayden's
be your
my
daughter-in-law,
right, right. And
Okay.
she came trained. I stole her from Simple, so it was a blessing, and it's worked out really good. And now that I have the grandchildren, I more or less watch them. I only work Mondays and still do the book work, but I like where I'm at, and it's working out good for everybody.
So, Laurie, what do you think? What makes PerkUp unique besides your incredibly amazing connection to the community and knowing everybody and welcome everybody? Talk a little bit about what coffee places, big box stores, and small family-owned businesses are popping up. What makes PerkUp unique?
Let's head back towards PerkUp.
Yeah, so I think PerkUp is unique because Dave graduated here. He has quite a root system and a following. Being a farmer, I've also been, a faculty member for 24 years.
Yeah,
I
that's
coached
right.
here. I was an EMT here. So I think because we've been very diverse and intentional, we've tried to be that way in our community. We kind of bleed, like we're all in and we want to just be surrounded, and we're very grateful for everything that we have here. So I think the drinks are, signature to how Devin and I feel about how we operate our lives, how things kind of fall into place. So our coffee's from Collectivo, it's local Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
And our milk we have bought back, which is from our co-op foremost, and we buy that back and in turn serve it here. And then you can give customers that, hey, my milk is at Quick Trip. So if you really want a local dairy farmers, I think that's really important because it keeps it away from the big box, which nobody's searching that anymore. And everybody on the street, we're such all good neighbors. I think that people really enjoy that as well. We work together very closely. Because we have the connection with so many students, there are so many students that for me, own businesses here. And they come back and they're in your lives and they seem to want to be. And so that part's been really cool. I think it's a domino effect of,
there's a good amount of people in there today.
Oh, there
Tuesday
is.
at noon.
Tuesday, and it actually starts earlier on Tuesday with a retired East Troy group of teachers that starts at 9:00 in the morning, and Tuesday kind of rolls. And there's a midday point where it's a little slow. It gives Devin a time to breathe, or me a time to breathe, but we're very blessed here.
What's the most fun about owning a coffee shop?
Talking and drinking coffee, and everybody knows I like to talk.
Really?
So, yes, really. I don't even need actually, it's evolved into, it's less about the coffee and it's more about the people. So yes, I do. Okay. I do love that. And Devin's a little more shy, but you know what? We're lifting her up, and she jumped into the Kyle family. So there is no turning back.
Do either of your other two children work here at all?
Mackenzie will help out. She's got a full-time job, and my son-in-law, if I need something fixed, and he will come and help. And Hayden, no, he comes here and he just stands pretty looking at his beautiful wife-to-be. But yeah, we all kind of participate. And that's cool about owning a dairy and a coffee shop. It's like at the end of the day, you're not done, you're not checked out, but it doesn't matter to you because it's your blood, sweat, tears, and heart. And that is the most important thing to us. Living your legacy, that's kind of fun, in a town that you enjoy.
Well, yeah, you certainly, like I said, going all the way back to EMS, like you were a volunteer for a lot of years. Yep. How many years was that you volunteered?
10 years.
Yeah.
I kind of jumped right into it. I was in 89 and started at school, became an EMT, and got married to the Elkhorn boy. So there you have it.
We brought you down from Whitewater.
Yes.
Down south here where it's warm.
Down south. Yeah, very warm. Yes. I got very far away from home. So yeah.
Laurie, did you have the opportunity in your previous life as an EMT to work with Mr. Anzalone in his previous life? Were you guys
yes.
Or is this the first time you met him?
Oh no, absolutely not. We go way back to some pretty amazing calls. So yeah. That's just another way, to get meshed in with, those other people that serve you. Like John was a very well-respected officer and was always somebody you could count on. And and that's where the friendship between John and I developed. And, that means a lot to me and my family.
So you said the East Troy teachers come in there. Do you have other like groups that come in and kind of park in your business and park at PerkUp? Do you have anybody else that joins? Is that like a little stopping
there's
ground?
a travel group that comes, and there is regular book clubs that come, and sometimes it's after my 2:00 hours, which I don't mind. If they want to come in when Devin and I are working, that's fine too, but we kind of like the variety. So yeah, there's women's club is selling tickets, and we give money. All our money goes to scholarships, mostly to the high school, which is near and dear to my heart. So we meet here, and just a lot of different things, library groups, and sometimes, baby showers, things like that. People are just looking for, it's comfortable in there. My coworker, Susan Kapanke, which John knows very well.
Yep, I know Susan.
Yep, retired, calls it Elkhorn's living room. And that wasn't something I came up with. It just kind of happened, right? And so that's the way people look at it.
So if I had a small group and I wanted to come here, do I need to reserve space ahead of time, or can I just come in? Should I let you know?
Well, you can come in, but it does help because then I have other tables and different chairs and some things. I want the experience to be spontaneous, but I also want it to be comfortable. So either way is fine.
John, I think we should have one of our leadership meetings down there. What do you think?
That would be kind of fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I really like super dark coffee, so I got to find a spot that has really dark coffee. So if you have it, I'm all in.
Oh, I do. We offer it all. So yes, we could find something to give you what you need, Chris.
Service with a smile.
Service with a smile.
That's kind of, well, I'm just excited you made some time in your busy life to join the Noon Whistle, because this podcast, it's the #1 podcast in Walworth County, and we're always trying to promote local businesses and tell the Elkhorn story. And we appreciate you coming on and sharing your story and talking about how, your life in Elkhorn as a former Whitewater resident coming down here south. So thank you so much.
Oh,
John,
you're welcome.
Time flies when you're with good company, doesn't it, John?
It does. It
Sure
went really fast.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Thank
So how are
you.
we going to close today, John? What do you think?
How are we going to close today? Boy,
I got one. I got one.
Okay.
What's your favorite? Now, all of us at Elkhorn are going to say wrestling. I understand that. But outside of wrestling, what's your favorite Olympic sport to watch? Laurie, you start.
Softball, of course.
That's what I'm talking about, Laurie.
That's
there you
what
go.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. John, what about you?
I'm going with track and field.
Oh, all right. Did you see the kind of, what was it, the 5,000 meter? There was some pretty interesting little arm wrestling. I'm going to go with swimming.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Swimming's
Yeah. I enjoy the swimming portion, so it's pretty exciting. But I think we're all rooting for Peyton. He wrestles when, John? Give us a plug.
4 a.m. tomorrow morning on Peacock Network. Get up.
Okay, well,
get into it and support Peyton. So tomorrow morning and every time Peyton wrestles, we're Greco-Roman fans.
yeah, I do think that somehow we should have been over there filming the Noon Whistle in Paris. Don't you
That
think?
would have made a lot of sense. Yeah.
Laurie, you'd have joined us, wouldn't you?
I don't know. That'd be
No?
hard to explain to my family spending that kind of money. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you. And John, on that note, it's time to go back. Laurie's busy. You're busy.
Yeah.
It's lunchtime over here. So, Laurie, thank you so much. And on that note, thank you so much.
Thanks, Chris.